Okay, so actually, before I get to the rhinovirus again, I just want to make sure one more thing too. I think when I was saying that the reason why a lot of people are getting confused with ambisense is that um, he taught it in the sense that it's coming from one strand, and like I've already pointed out that ambisense is referring to two strands. So just to add a little something to that, you can see that this is the coding strand, this is the template strand to produce this mRNA transcript. Now, this CAG is also technically encoded within this template strand, in the just with regards to its complementary base pairs, right? So you can see, like, if this is covered, and when this gets replicated, it's going to replicate the complementary base pair to produce this potential start codon when this gets read by the polymerase 3' to 5' to transcribe this start codon, and then ribosome read it 5' to 3'. So I hope that made sense, that this start codon DNA sequence is also encoded in here. So that's why he's saying that for the RNA viruses that it's ambisense, but it's only ambisense once it transcribes or replicates its genome to its antisense genome. Anyways, let's just go to the arenavirus just to make it more clear and so you can actually see it. So just focusing, so right now, this is the negative sense genomic RNA. Just as we're focusing on the small genome the small gene segment. So in any case, you can see that the negative sense is 3' to 5' genome, and you've got your GP reading frame and your NP reading frame. Before anything else, what's going to happen first, before the virus can actually replicate its genome, it's got to transcribe. What it can transcribe first. It's got to transcribe the GP protein first. Sorry, excuse me, got the hiccups. It needs to transcribe. Transcription takes place before replication of the genome. Okay, let's start with that. So transcription occurs because, obviously, like we said before, polymerase reads from 3' to 5'. Okay, so what's going to be transcribed here is the GP. Transcription of GP first because polymerase reads 3' to 5' to produce 5' to 3' transcript, which is here. So the cap, first of all, now that we have this mRNA, it should be noted that the cap gets stolen from the host. You're going to now be able to translate via ribosome because ribosome synthesizes protein 5' to 3'. Okay. One thing that I didn't write in here, I don't have a pen, oh I do, is that, again, I should have written, hold on, one sec. Shit. That's just the direction of technically like how it's going to be read. So because GP is going to be read this way using a 3' template, that's why this gets transcribed first, because it can. This one, this is the 5' end, so this can't be transcribed until this end becomes a 3' template. So now that we've first synthesized this from the get-go, this GP protein, now we're going to replicate genome. So once we replicate genome, you can obviously see here that this 5' now becomes 3'. We create the antigenome positive sense, antigenomic RNA. I'll send you a picture of this, so maybe you can just analyze it yourself rather than listen to me. I apologize. Transcription, so anyways, because now we can read this, the NP portion of this RNA genomic strand, this is now going to be transcribed using the 3' to 5' template. The polymerase is going to transcribe it to make the 5' to 3' mRNA. Again, you're stealing the cap. Now because, again, ribosome synthesizes protein 5' to 3' from the mRNA transcript, you're going to get translation this way of your NP protein. So I think it might be easier if I just take a picture and you can zoom in on what I've written. But it's just, actually, and also here, if you look at this, if I put this beside, if you look at DNA, you've got your 3' to 5', 3' to 5'. If you just compare this picture, this two strands, to what's going on here with the RNA of the antisense RNA and genomic negative sense RNA, you can see that they're the same. It's the same. It's ambisense. So here you can make protein using this as the template strand, making mRNA transcript this way, protein this way. Or you can use this as the template strand, transcribing this way, and making protein this way. Obviously, I mean 3' to 5', blah blah blah. But just and same with this here. So it's the same thing. You're gonna have protein being made this way because this portion is let's say the top template strand. This portion is this. This portion, half of the genome, is this. Okay? If you look in the book, there's that complicated diagram. First of all, it's drawn really, really poorly, and I dissected that for about half an hour, and just don't use that diagram, okay? It's bad. But the one thing that I will say is that it shows that it has like a loop like this. All that does is that it's to prevent from, like what he says, even if you listen to the videos, to prevent from, traffic, like a traffic jam, or I don't know, just know that it's to prevent this whole thing from, I don't know, let's say, fucking up. So I really hope that's clear, and I mean, you can get that too. You can use exactly what I did there with the biggest strand, with the big segment genome. I'll send you the pictures. Maybe you can just analyze it yourself. I just thought this actually also helps me because I'm actually explaining it to you, and I'm probably going to listen to this before I go to bed. But anyways, hope it helps. If you have any more questions, just email. And yeah, hope you have a good weekend. Okay.